I chose the Scarlet Plague because the times we are currently in with the coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic seemed appropriate for a story about a plague that completely decimates the human race as we know it, to the point where they're really basically starting over. It was hard to read. The language used, considering it was 60 years from 2013 that we know of now versus when it was written, the language used is very disjointed. I hate to say it, but uneducated sounding, different terms for everyday things that we, have come to take for granted. And so it was hard to figure out at times what the author was saying, what the protagonist was describing. So there was a lot of having to read into the context of the story. I think that the big takeaway from it was that the choices made, the path that the government went down when the plague was running rampant, was definitely not helpful, and the sad stories of humanity and the basic instincts that people have to survive and what that means they are willing to do in order to survive. It's always a scary thought of what would I do in a time like that, and this definitely brought about those type of contemplations. But it also was a piece that showed what starting over could look like, what the possibilities could be, and how to avoid mistakes, the same mistakes, for the future, and creating a different future with different outcomes. Overall, it was a good story. I picked it because I knew of Jack London, had read A Call of the Wild and White Fang back in junior high school days. So I wanted to see what this had to provide, and it was definitely different, but I am glad that I chose it.